Hello, welcome to your first tutor training module for branching out tutoring. My name is Ann Sullivan, and this tutorial will cover general information about the program. So let's get started. Okay, so first I want to thank you for giving your time, your talent, your energy, and everything else to help our students so that they can succeed in school. Our mission statement for branching out is to help children learn for a better future. We provide free tutoring to eligible low-income families who have children in grades 2 through 12 in D300 Community School District. We are providing this service so that these low-income children receive the educational assistance they need, regardless of their financial status. Branching out tutoring does not discriminate based on a person's national origin, race, color, religion, gender, and identity, disability, or sex. Our leadership team is made up of Pastor Mo, myself, Ann Sullivan, Lisa Bieneman, Elisa Bruns, Nora Hahi, and Laura Martins. If you have any questions, this is the group that you're going to want to reach out to. So starting out, when you first start tutoring, you will be being mentored by someone on the leadership team to help you. Make sure if you have any questions, once you're more on your own, that you reach out to the leadership team with any questions or needs that you have. We are here to help you. Mostly myself will be here almost every day of tutoring, but others on the leadership team will also be tutoring. As to math, you will be asked to take a short math test. It's not a difficult, parts of it are difficult. It's basically just to determine what your abilities are and to best place you with our students so that you're at the level that's best for you. As to phone calls and texting, please limit your cell phone use while you're tutoring. It's okay to use them to look up information. If you don't know something, don't give a wrong answer. Look it up if necessary, but try not to be on the phone or texting unless it's an emergency. Where are we and when will we be? So we will be in the yellow room, which is in the children's hallway of the church on the left-hand side. If they're available, we can always use the red room or the green and the blue room to kind of spread out a little bit if we get more students in. Tutoring takes place on Tuesdays from 3:30 to 6 and on Thursdays from 6 to 7:30. You will be scheduled, but if you can't make your time, it's your responsibility to inform someone on the leadership team. Myself is probably the first contact for if you can't make it. Otherwise, we won't have the people there necessary, okay? So what do you do if you don't know the answer? It happens to all of us. It is okay to tell a student that you don't know something and let them know if you've made a mistake about something. Making up an answer is always the wrong way. It is going to hurt your tutoring relationship. It is much better to admit you're human. We all are. We all make mistakes and no one knows everything. So don't feel like you have to portray that you are a jack of all trades and knows everything. Okay, mistakes are learning opportunities for everyone, for yourself, for your students. Okay, tell your student if you don't know something that you will get the correct information for them and then ask someone for help or look it up. There are resource books, there's binders. You are able to use your phone or your computer to look something up to help a student. So student information and supplies. Okay, parents are required to complete a questionnaire upon acceptance of their child to the program, and this information will be shared with you, but it must be kept confidential. Some of this information will be where they're struggling, if they have any issues that would make tutoring more difficult or would be easier to know. So all of that will be shared with you, but again, you must keep it confidential. There are also supplies for the students to use while they're at the center. And there are also some supplies that can be given to them to help them organize, or if there's short pencils or erasers or all that kind of stuff. Before giving anything away, please check with myself, as some of those supplies are my personal supplies and I need them for tutoring as well. Sometimes a student does need help organizing their assignments before getting started. This is a great place to start. If they're not organized, that's when they're losing their assignments. They're not getting their stuff done. They're going out of order, so they're not learning at the right order of items, especially like in math. So it is good to help a student get organized, and some of these supplies that we have will be available for you to help them get organized first. Learning types. You're going to hear more about this on the special needs module, but there are some different learning types: visual learners, auditory learners, kinesthetic. There's a link on this slideshow here if you would like to look at a website about the various types of learners and get a little bit more information about their best learning practices. I also have a questionnaire that you can fill out either for yourself or for a student if that would help you work more efficiently with a student, if it helps you to know what type of learner, if you need that for them to fill out. If you have more information about any kind of special needs, learning types, or if you have an especially difficult student with some of their special needs, please reach out to Nora Hahi or myself to get some additional resources. Just so everyone is clear, there are 2 tutoring programs happening at Light of Christ. Roots Education Center is a tutoring program for paying customers that will be happening at the same time and on other days as well. You will not be expected or asked to tutor these students. However, it is important not to let the students present know who is in which program, as there will be some overlap on these Tuesdays and Thursdays for the programs. And we don't want students who are in the free program to be feeling different or separate because they're in a different financial situation. So please do not let students know who is in which program. Safety, always an important thing when we're working with students. All tutors will have a background check done by the church. You should always try to have more than 2 people in the room. 2 adults is better, but sometimes that isn't, that just doesn't happen because somebody has to leave or a student hasn't been picked up. If a parent is late and you are alone with a student, it is best to move to the entrance of the church to wait for the parent so you're not in a room by yourself. If at all possible, keep the doors open. Sometimes there's scouts or other activities that are going on within the church. And if there's enough people in the room, it is okay to shut the door just to keep the volume of what's going on around you down, to keep it a little quieter for kids who are working on their schoolwork. Also, please try not to touch students as much as possible. There's always a time when you feel the need to, but just respect people's personal space and keep everybody safe by not touching the students. Also, students in D300 do use their Chromebooks extensively for school. It is not okay to ask a student for their usernames or their passwords. If they attempt to give it to you, don't take it. That is between the students and the school district, and they are not allowed to give out their passwords. Now, it is okay to be on Schoology on their D300 computer to check for grades. What are their grades? Where do they need help? What's missing of their assignments? What's coming up on their assignments? If you need help navigating Schoology, if you don't have a child or haven't seen Schoology, I am also a D300 substitute teacher, so I can help you navigate that and teach you how to get in there. But the kids are all really good at their programs, and so Schoology is what they use at the middle school and high school. But the kids will help you navigate what they need as well. But if you need more help, please reach out to me. When it comes to snacks, the church ministry is supplying snacks and drinks. However, please, those are the only ones we'd like you to share. Although it's wonderful to bring stuff from home, we're trying to keep at this point that we are not sharing anything from home, especially with COVID. If there's any unusual dietary or allergies that you discover, please inform the leadership team right away. The parents are going to be completing that information on that questionnaire I mentioned earlier, but sometimes something gets missed and you realize there's a different allergy you didn't know about.